When it comes to trading card games in the cardboard world, fans like you and I are always at least a bit excited about new players entering the space, whether it be new players at your table, new players in your pod, or a new TCG altogether. Heck, look at Disney Lorcana. It broke onto the scene, and while yes, it's had its ups and downs, it is thriving and wildly stable in an area that is, let's just call it, hard to master. And League of Legends is looking to do the same thing as they have made an official announcement for their trading card game. And so today, I wanted to review that announcement. I wanted to talk about potential pitfalls, and I haven't looked at any of this yet. I wanted to review it all with each and every one of you and talk about experiences I've had over the better part of 20 years in the cardboard space and where I think League of Legends is going to do well and problems it might see. All of that and more in today's video, and if you like content like this, make sure you hit the sub button and the like button down below. If you want to support further than that, there's a channel membership button for $5 a month that supports all we do here. Without further ado, I'm excited. I haven't watched this yet, so I want to get into it. Let's go. So I'll kick this off with a disclaimer. I'm going to be completely honest of my thoughts here about successes and, yeah, potential pitfalls. So if you're looking for an all hype or all negativity video, you're probably not going to get it. But I am going to give you my honest thoughts. And without further ado, I honestly can't wait. I've done a couple quick Google searches and pinned some stuff to talk about, and there's going to be some rough editing going on here because I wanted this to be a genuine live reaction. So here we go with the video.
Hey there. How's it going? Want the latest update on Project K?
We already have
I'm on my way to see Dave
like
right now.
promotional product walkthrough.
Let's see what he's up to.
Let's speed this up.
Hey Dave.
Hey Jungran.
How's set 2 going?
Set 2? What are you talking about?
All right. So hold on. They started
feedback?
something
We
right
gotta
away.
set 1.
They said how's set 2, and this is a common thing that trading card games do. Is they plan set after set after set. I'm excited to see. Do they mention they've planned a bunch of sets? I can't wait.
Huh?
Oh, hold on. What I missed there? Let's go back.
1 frames and card art rate.
How's set 2 going?
Set 2? What are you talking about? Set 2? Haven't you seen the player feedback? We gotta get set 1 frames and card art rate. Here, check this out.
Ah, the frames and card. Okay, good news. Good news. They're listening to feedback and they realized that the initial frames and card art were not good. Hopefully, it's something like unique.
Let me show you the real stuff.
Okay.
Holy.
All right, production value. We get it.
And I'm Dave.
Since our initial
Hi,
announcement
Dave.
of Project K, we've received a ton of great feedback. All I can say is thank you. When you told us you were hungry for
You
more
told us
original
our
art
game
and
wasn't
it
gonna
might
be good, and we
loud, that lit a
listened.
Fire under us to deliver.
We rely on your feedback to make our games the best they can be. Your
right.
thoughts led us to go back and revisit some of our design decisions and conduct more playtests to ensure that we are making the game you want to play. Today, we're
Playtests?
excited to share some of those updates with you. But first, Jungran, it feels like it's time to retire the Project K codename, right?
Yeah, it's about time.
Okay,
Today,
what's
we're
the name of the
excited to
game?
announce that Project K is now Riftbound, the League of Legends trading card game.
For those of you joining us for the first
Riftbound,
time,
okay.
Riftbound is a TCG inspired by the champions and universe of League of Legends.
Good, so
While
they're
some of us on
keeping it to
design
the
team
IP.
Are from the old school days of classic 1v1 card games, Riftbound has that and more.
Right away, right off the bat, they're going with the, we can't just make a 1v1 card game. Magic the Gathering Commander destroyed this trope. It's like we have to have an option out of the box for people who play Commander to play our
Creating
game.
a new
It's
game
funny
gave
to hear him
us the
say that.
opportunity to design multiplayer gaming from the ground up. If you like teaming up with a friend to play 2v2s, we got you. Or if you just want to have some good old chaotic fun in a free-for-all, we definitely got you.
All right, so this is already telling me very complex game system. You can team up, you can play free-for-all, there's 1v1.
We're excited to
It's a
introduce
lot.
the TCG
It's
for
a
those of you
lot.
who want to sit and play with friends, connecting across the table while being immersed in the rich world of League.
As super obsessed TCG developers,
And fans.
To come together through the love of playing great games. We heard that before, and then you printed 300,000 million boxes. So
we set out to make
See.
Riftbound as the true best of both worlds. A game that is easy to teach and play with your friends, and a game that is strategic and exciting at high-level tournament play.
Okay, so they've got a couple big wins here, all right? Understanding, hey, people didn't like the card art, and the card art and how people feel about the cards matters. And then giving accessibility to people who want to jump in and play your game for fun, and people who want to dive in and get all of the nitty-gritty. The acknowledgement of that is huge. The execution
Speaking of playing with friends,
is another
let's
thing.
take a closer look at some of the champions you'll be fighting alongside in Riftbound's first set, Origins.
Origins.
will launch with over 300 different cards, including pre-constructed decks for some classic champions like Jinx.
First of all, sick Jinx art. I've been playing League for a long time. I've never been any good at it, but I've been playing it. Sick card art, and the fact that the Origins is good, and the acknowledgement of pre-constructed decks, they seem obvious, but people have
Victor.
missed this.
And Lee Sin.
Oh, Lee Sin,
All decks
sweet.
feature a legend
Jinx is
card,
cool.
like this one, Yasuo, the Unforgiven.
Oh, toxic. Toxic.
Legends will also come in secret rare versions, illustrated by some of Riot's amazing artists in their own style.
Can we show them? I want to show them.
Now, let's let players discover them on their own. We don't want to spoil the surprise.
Collectability. They're acknowledging collectability here. Secret rare versions, stealing a bit of the special illustration secret rare trope from Pokemon, but it needs to happen. And the fact they're gonna have different versions of this, okay, so they get the basics.
In addition to legend cards, we've also got units like this Deadbloom Predator, an epic card that you can summon right onto your enemy's battlefield. Talk about overpowered.
So hero based with units. It's gonna play just like League.
It seems for you Jinx fans out there, you might recognize Super Mega Death Rocket, a card that you definitely want to play again and again and definitely want to play.
I want to go back and I want to look at Super Mega Death Rocket really quick. 5 to unit when you conquer, discard 1 to return. Okay. I'm trying to see if it looks like we got some rarity symbols down here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it looks like we got some rarity symbols down here. It is like, for those who don't know, this is their ultimate ability, at least this card they're specifically showing. I wonder if it's a one of in a deck or, you know, once per every so often. I'm interested to see how they handle that mechanic.
Definitely want to play again and again and again.
Most things Jinx and her buddies can take care of. For everything else, there's the rocket.
That's right. But Dave, what if I'm new to TCGs? I remember.
But Dave, sorry, production value like that makes me giggle. That's hilarious.
It was kind of intimidating looking at all these cards.
We've got something just in mind for you, wrapped up in a single package. I'm talking about Proving Grounds.
So that's a problem, right? For people who aren't into TCGs, and if you're in League, you want to get people who will like TCGs in your game, but people who don't. But for people who aren't in TCGs, the intimidation factor, there's 300 cards in this set. There's all these different mechanics, champions, new ways to play that can be intimidating. So addressing that is huge.
Master Yi, and Garen. This box is a great way to kick off your Riftbound collection. Proving Grounds is designed to get casual or first-time players off the bench and into the game. Bring it to your regular game night. I promise it won't disappoint.
We couldn't do this all alone. To bring this game
to
market,
this seems like a package that, hey, if you're into the League of Legends trading card game, you can bring it somewhere, teach people, and everyone can play. And it follows like kind of the base core champions, or at least some of the staple champions in League. I love that.
We partnered with UBS, an industry veteran with almost 2 decades of TCG.
Say that one more time.
Do this all alone. To bring this game to markets globally, we've partnered with UBS, an industry veteran with almost 2 decades of TCG experience. We'll be working closely with them to ensure that you can find Riftbound in your local game stores and participate in organized play.
I'm concerned about the collectability of this game. We'll address that.
We want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for providing us with your feedback, for bearing with us while we went dark for a few months to get the product right. We're excited to share that we'll be launching Riftbound in China in summer of this year, followed by many English-speaking countries in 2025, with additional regional rollouts in 2026.
Okay, so it's got an overseas in China launch and then an American launch. I don't love that. I'm going to say that right now. I don't love the regional launches. I like the global connectability of the card game, especially something as big as League. And I understand maybe there's reasons they have to do it a beta test for something. I don't love that statement. So I haven't loved the last 2 statements here. I'm a little hesitant.
To get your hands on some of these cards, look for us at some of the upcoming Riot and tabletop events this year.
And look for us soon in your local game store. Until then, follow us on our social channels to stay up to date with the latest news.
This sounds like, are we just doing filler here?
For real, what about the set 2 designs?
Oh, those are done.
Okay. Whoa. So we did, we kind of got a pick of this earlier, but it does look like it's a game with different cards that will sit in different decks. It's not a Magic the Gathering one size fits all. It's, heroes, champions, resources, things segregated out. We've seen that being a popular design method in recent card games as a way to, mitigate the mana problem.
Set 3? I gotta get back to work.
All right, if that's cheeky, that's fine. And it's, you like to be a little ahead, but I don't want to be too far on the design rabbit hole. So, okay. Big takeaways here. Come on, is there a Marvel trailer at the end? Do we get an extra card if I wait we're at 1.25 speed. Do I get an extra card if I wait a couple seconds? Do I get a frame? Show me something? You didn't show me anything. Okay. So here we have what is Riftbound. I just pulled up some articles to see if we can see anything here. I didn't want to look at them yet, and then I did go to the official homepage. We've got, so we have a couple champions that weren't shown. We did see Yasuo, we didn't see Kaisa, we didn't see Ari. What does it say? Summon champions to the League's vast universe, face off a dramatic 1v1, stakes of 4 for all. We heard that. Build your collection unlocks countless ways to play. Okay, all in all, this is a pretty bland announcement with some really cool details sprinkled in there. For those who like the details, let's do my favorite thing on the channel. Let's wildly speculate. In my opinion, the collectability of this game matters. We have talked ad nauseum about things like Lorcana, Pokemon, and yeah, even some indie trading card games like Sorcery that came out, and the collectability of these games has to be on point. Right now in the world that we sit, Magic the Gathering is by far the most played trading card game. It's the best trading card game on the market, and I know you probably love your favorite trading card game the most, but nobody plays card games like people play Magic. And that is a backbone that allows Magic the Gathering to do a lot of things, stretch their potential, and make some mistakes because people are going to come back playing for more. League needs to make sure this what is it, Riftbound? I gotta get used to saying the name Riftbound. It's gotta roll off the tongue. Riftbound has to be sure that it addresses gameplay. They've made some bold claims here. They said you can play your game in a multitude of ways. Standard 1v1. Group play is in you can play, a Commander 4v all, free for all. But then they also kind of drop the hint of you want to play 2v2, maybe you want to play 3v1. These mechanics are going to be very hard to master, very hard to balance. There needs to be some focus here, and I am intrigued of what the game system is going to be and how that's going to work to maintain some of that play and focus. But when it comes to collectability, the person you choose to distribute, print, and kind of guide your entry into the TCG space is important. Listen, this was a big fear we had with Lorcana, and Lorcana dropped the ball a bit on their first set. Boxes came out, they rose to $800. It was insane, and nobody could get their hands on product to try the game. It was the Disney IP that carried Lorcana through those problems to the promised land, if you will, to where people felt a little more comfortable buying the product, not having to spend so much extra on the secondary market for people buying and reselling boxes. There's a flip side to that as well. The trading card game must be collectible. They addressed the secret rare versions of cards in this video, and that is going to be wildly important with League. People enjoy League and have their favorite champions. Heck, One Tricks rule the ecosystem and the play space, streaming One Trick Champion day after day after day to hundreds of thousands of viewers between Twitch, and probably not Kick, but definitely YouTube. These things will have to translate to the card game's collectability because you're going to want people not only who play the game and want to bling out their decks and collect the way people collect Magic, but also to collect some of these cards in a truly collectible fan way. You have to have a bit of that Pokemon magic sprinkled right on top. And with UVS in kind of being the shepherd of that game, I grow a bit cautious here. I will say this is the biggest trip up that we see early on, and it is not in any way a death sentence to a game that has strong backing IP. I do, however, believe that if you do have a misstep, if, this Riftbound card game has a misstep, you must rectify it. You must continue to listen to community feedback and find that balance. TCGs must be attacked from several angles. You have to have people who love playing the game. You have to have people who want to collect the game. And whether we like to admit it or not, people opening boxes, opening packs, cracking cards with their friends do care about the value that comes out of these products. You have to find a way to make all of those things match and create this perfect gumbo, this stew, this, deep dish pizza, if you will, for my fellow Midwesterners, of a trading card game experience. I am super excited for this. There was a little bit of an announcement here, but a lot of really core details that I gotta say, I'm leaving this with a little more trepidation, but I think the League of Legends IP can do a lot of what Disney did, do a lot of what Pokemon currently does through its not so good sets. Pokemon's absolutely pumping right now, but it carries the card game, it carries the brand, it gives you a bit of a life raft to figure this out. And if they continue to listen to community feedback, they continue to make the necessary adjustments, I'm going to be excited here. Now, with only 2 sets planned, my bold claim, if you stuck to the end of the video, I'm going to make a bold claim right now within the first year of this card game's global release. I don't think we'll continue to do the Asia releases, then followed by the worldwide releases of the United States releases, Western releases, whatever it was, or whatever they decide to do. I think it will move to a global release schedule, and I bet we will see at least one delay, and if we don't see a delay, we will see a major problem. Now, the big thing, and this is the cherry on top for those who stuck around, League of Legends has to change their design principles. They are known for releasing aggressive changes to try to bring people in, to try to rope people in and make things exciting. With a card game, in my opinion, the worst thing you can do is erratas, and the second worst thing you can do is bans. You don't want your new players to open a card that doesn't do what it says it does, and you don't want to have to ban as much as possible. You're always going to have to. There will be bans in this card game. There's bans in every game. You want to avoid it as much as possible. I think we see a lot of those hiccups early on as Riot and this team change their design philosophy. And I know they have a dedicated TCG team, but these are common problems we always face in the industry. All right, I hope you learned something today. I hope you had some fun. Again, the button's down below. The subscribe button for a small channel like mine means more than you can possibly imagine. The like button, again, if you're a longtime viewer, you like what we do here, the channel membership button helps out a ton, so I don't have to pay for everything we do as far as cardboardfinance.com and all the data collection out of my own pocket. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Until next time, you all know me. My name is Josh. I'm going to share my latest PSA Pokemon grading video where I may or may not have gotten wrecked. You'll have to see to find out. I tried to build some value, and we'll see. All right, thanks so much for hanging out. I did the outro already, so we're just going to see you later. Goodbye.